Namaste everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. So in this lecture, again, I'm going to show you a machine learning project. Right. So if you haven't checked my previous tutorials on machine learning, I request you to please go ahead and check them out definitely. If you want to learn machine learning, you want to become a successful machine learning engineer, those tutorials are going to help you a lot. Right, so in this one, I'm going to show you how Netflix and other online platforms recommends us movies on the basis of our likes and dislikes. Okay, so that's the project, that's the code which I'm going to show you in this lecture. Helps the online platforms in recommending movies to their visitors, to their users. So let's create a coding cell first and let's import all the types of dependencies we require for this project. So numpy for arrays, then pandas for reading the content in the CSV file. Let me show you the file which we'll be using for this project. So we have some data present in the number form, and then we have some data present in the textual form. So whatever data we have in the form of text, we will have to first convert it into integer form, numbers form, using TF-ID vectorizer. We can do it very easily, and after that we'll be using some dependencies for processing the data. Let's execute these lines of code and see what is going to happen. Okay, so we have successfully imported all the libraries, all the dependencies we require for this project. It's time for us to read the data present in the CSV file I just showed you. So with the help of this function named read underscore CSV, which is present in pandas, we can read everything which is there in the form of comma separated values in the CSV file I just showed you. So we have successfully read the data. Let's now create another coding cell and let's try to check out what we have in the first 5 rows of the CSV file. So for this we have used head function. If you want to check out the things you have in the last 5 rows in the CSV file, so for that you can use tail function. Okay, so that's what we have in the first 5 rows. Okay, so it's everything seems to be pretty fine till now. Let's come down and let's check out the shape of the data. Shape here refers to the number of rows and columns in the data frame. Okay, so we have in total 4803 rows and 24 columns. Right, there are 24 features, and then these are the number of rows we have in the data set. Let's create another coding cell and let's come down. And here we are going to pass a code for selecting the relevant features for the recommendation. So we'll be using yawner, keywords, tagline, cast, and director for now. Let me tell you why I've given, from where are these going to come from. So here in the CSV file, you can see right on the top, the names of all the fields are mentioned. So yawner, home page, keywords, production, then director is also there, cast. Fine. So on the basis of these 5 things, I don't want to consider all the features. I just want to take into consideration these 5 things for now for the movie recommendation part. So I have saved these keywords in this variable called selected features, and then I am printing these features. So let's do that quickly. Here I go, executing the line of code. And what do we have right now in this variable called selected features? These 5 things. Okay, let's come back on the coding section. Now there are some null values also present in the data set. Now, if there are null values and if you will train your model with that data set which is having null values in it, maybe possible your product, your model will not give you a good accuracy rate. So if you want an accuracy rate of more than 65-70%, you need to remove the null values. And how you can do it? One way you can do it is by replacing all the null values with empty string. So there is a function called fill now, with the help of which you can do it very easily. So I'm executing this line of code which is going to help me in replacing all the null values with empty strings. So now if there is any null value, if there was any null value, it has been replaced by an empty string. It's time for us to combine all the 5 selected features. Okay, so that is the way we can do it. It's a simple concatenation method I've used here for combining all the 5 features coming down. Let's see what we have in this combined features. Okay, so let's print the value of combined features. Okay, so we have successfully combined everything, right? Let's create another coding cell, and coming down, it's time for us to initialize the TF-ID vectorizer. I used it in the lecture which I shooted yesterday. If you haven't seen that lecture, I would request you to please go and check out that lecture. Definitely you will get a very good understanding of TF-ID vectorizer from that lecture. So basically what this vectorizer does is it converts everything which is present in the form of text in a particular data frame into integer form. Okay, so now I am applying this vectorizer on the combined features. You remember, combined features is a variable in which we have all the data present right now. Okay, so what it will do, it will convert everything whatever we have in the form of text in this combined features into integer form. Okay, so we have successfully uh, converted everything into the form of integer. It's time for me to show you guys the things we have in this variable called feature vectors, and here I go. So earlier there were some text values which were getting reflected, but now there is no text value. Everything has been converted into integer form. Okay, so that's what text vectorizer do for us. Let's now come down, and it's time for us to initialize the cosine similarity. So getting the similarity scores using cosine similarity. If you guys know about artificial intelligence, machine learning, you must be aware about this term called similarity scores also. Okay, so it's basically like a KNN algorithm, K nearest neighbor. Okay, so it will now check the similarity of the, it helps in checking the similarity of the movie user has liked with the other movies which are present on the platform, and based on that similarity score, the platform recommends us the movies. Okay, so we have successfully initialized it, and it's present right now in this similarity named variable. It's time for me to show you what we have in this similarity, and here I go. So we have these similarity features over here. Let's create another coding cell, and let's now check out the shape of similarity. So in total we have 4803 rows and 4803 columns. Fine, so that is perfectly fine. And let's now ask the user about his or her favorite movie. So I've written here, enter your favorite movie name, and here I go. I'm executing the line of code. It is asking me for my favorite movie. For now I am inputting Iron Man and executing the enter button. Fine. So my favorite movie is Iron Man, let's say. Creating a coding cell, it's time for me to create a list with all the movie names given in the data set. So here I go. So you can see here I have used title, right? And whatever is there in this title named field, Avatar, Pirates of Caribbean, Spectre, John Carter, everything will come in this list underscore of underscore all underscore titles named variables. So basically what I'm doing, I'm creating a list with all the movies names inside it. Okay, so I've successfully done it, and let's now uh, find out the close match for the movie which we have inputted earlier. So the movie which I gave as an input here is Iron Man, and all the movies are right now present, all the names of the movies are right now present in this variable named list of all titles. So I have passed these two things as input to this function called get underscore close underscore matches, and this function is present in this library named diff_lib, which we imported some while back right on the top. Right, so you can see here the model has recommended me these three movies based on my like. So for Iron Man, it has recommended me Iron Man, Iron Man 3, Iron Man 2. Okay, let's create another coding cell and let's find out the close match. So with the help of find close match, we can find out the closest match. So it's Iron Man. And now it's time for us to find out the index of the movie with title. So how can we do that? With the help of this function called movies data, we can find out the index of the movie also as well. So it's on 68th index, and now it's time for us to check out the movies which are similar to the one which we just passed as input. So with the help of similarity function, we can do it very easily. Okay, so here we have these similarity scores, right? These are the similarity scores. So what the model has basically done, it has compared the movie which we passed as input earlier. uh, it checked its similarity with the other movies present on the platform, and it has given us the similarity scores. Now the similarity scores length is 4803. Okay, it's time for us to now sort the movies based on the similarity scores. So that is a function we can use for doing it. Okay, so we have successfully sorted the movies based on their similarity score. So it's basically in the descending order, which now we need to print the name of the similar movies based on their index. So that is how we can do it very easily. And here I go. Okay, so movies suggested for you. For Iron Man, the platform is suggesting me these movies: Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Avengers, Age of Ultron, The Avengers, Captain America. So these are the movies which are very much similar to Iron Man, which we passed as input earlier. Right, so that is how you can, develop a movie recommender system. Let me now test the movie recommender system again, and that's the code with the help of which I can do it. So what I am doing here, let me just tell you that I need to pass a name of a movie as an input. Then it will check everything, and it will calculate for me the similarity score, and then it will suggest the movies based on the input I have provided. So let me pass Avengers for now. Avengers. Okay, so based on the input which I just provided, it has recommended me these 28 movies. So for Avengers, it is telling me that I can see the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man 2, Thor, right? So these are the movies it is recommending me. So it's working perfectly fine right now, and hope you guys enjoyed this lecture a lot. If you want to learn these machine learning things, if you want to become a good machine learning engineer, you can contact me anytime on my number, which is getting reflected on your screen right now. Fine. Give a call to me on this number. I am reachable on WhatsApp also on this very number. Definitely, I'll give you all the information related to all the courses which I'm taking right now. So you can find courses for everything, over here on my channel and from me. So there are courses related to artificial intelligence also, data science, machine learning, mobile application development, every single thing you can find the course of from me. Microsoft Azure is there, then Power BI if you want to learn. So that is also what I can teach you. So basically, everything related to Python, artificial intelligence, machine learning, mobile application, web application development, I can teach you. And students are taking these courses. They are taking away a lot of things from the coding classes I'm providing them. And recently some students got selected in multinational companies. And definitely I would like you guys also to get benefits of the coding classes which I'm providing, that too in a very very reasonable price. Okay, so just give me a call on my number. Definitely, you will not regret. You're going to learn many things from the coding classes which I'm going to provide you. Thank you very much for being there with me in this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it a lot. Thank you very much for sharing and supporting my channel, supporting me. Have a great, great day ahead. Bye bye. Take